TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Cool. How did the TWA come about?
Well, you realize your career's over, so
School and stuff.
I liked, I taught a lot of people in WWF. I helped a lot of guys there, and I realized how much I liked teaching, and passing on at least what knowledge I have on to other people. So that was the motivation to open the school. And the TWA, I just didn't want to be one of those guys who train guys that, all right, see you, good luck. I at least wanted to provide them with also being able to get a couple matches under their belt, maybe have something on video. Because I know a lot of guys, it's just you train and call them up and go, hey, and send them a picture. And it's like, how can you really tell? You can't tell how good a guy is by a picture. So I want to be able to give guys at least something, that they could show, hey, here's me and what I do as a wrestler. I was trained by this guy. This is how I work. So that was, I just thought, one, I could use one and feed them into this, and then have them, it's just sort of a starting ground. It's a foot in the door, because that was the hardest thing for me to find when I first started was that foot in the door. How do you get started?
Right.
It's $1 million question. And then once you get started, then what do you do? So I just wanted to try to be the guy that could create those two things. Because then after that, it is up to you. You can get trained. I can give you a couple matches. I can give you a little library of what you can show to other people. But then after that, and I can also, I can also get you tryouts. I can get you looks at, from other folks, ECW, WCW, whatever. And I think that's probably more than anybody else can provide as far as a wrestling school is concerned. So it's just, and plus, wrestling has been good to me. I'd like to get back to it. And it keeps me still involved.
How did you start running shows? How did that come about?
Just, you got to get the guys work.
Right.
I never had any intentions of getting TV. I just wanted to just book, just random shows throughout South Texas, let the guys work on them, let them tape them, videos and stuff like that. Then the opportunity came up to possibly have TV. And I thought, well, geez, if they could tell people that they work TV, because so much of wrestling now is TV.
Right.
I mean, the house shows are, even though they still do them, are almost sort of a thing of the past. Also, it's all about TV. So, plus, I was a way for guys to learn how to do promo, learn how to work TV, because TV is very different than working a house show. House show, you can do whatever you want. Don't have to worry about time. It's not as controlled.
Right.
TV is very disciplined and controlled. So that's a way for guys to also say, no, I haven't just wrestled. I've worked for an organization. I've done TV. I've had to get cues. I've had to listen to cues. I've had to do promos. I've had to do them in a certain amount of time. I've had to do angles. I've had to, stuff like that. So I think it's a real live promotion that you can say you've worked for before you've even, really, in a sense, gotten into wrestling.
And right now you got 4 guys that already have contracts, developmental deals with WWF. Spanky, American Dragon, Lance Jade, and who's the other? Shooter?
Lance Cade and Shooter Schultz.
Lance Cade.
Yeah. And they all will be currently leaving now to go to Memphis. And I just met with the office the other day, but I saw Bruce Prichard, who was in charge most of the new talent. And he said that, don't tell them that. But,
No.
Don't tell the boys that. I won't tell them. But he said that Spanky and Dragon, he said maybe 4 months in Memphis, and he wants to bring them up there because they want to really open up the junior heavyweight belt. And they really think those two guys
could go.
Right. And what a break.
Right.
What a break to get trained and in less than a year be in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yep.
At 19, one is 19, the other one's 20.
TitleMatchNetwork.com